Hello, folks, and welcome to Pokemon Go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some very, very bad news to share with Pokemon Go, and there was some good that was happening during that time for Go, and I'm going to share it to you right now, okay? So, in Pokemon Go, what we found out that there was a quality of life change that happened during their homes. And I'm going to show you what this is. This person right here has clusters of Pokemon that were increased by spawn radius. And to be honest, it's very mind-blowing to me that this really helps out the rural communities. It also helps out the disabled communities to catch Pokemon at home, which is really cool to see it. And we were so unfortunate that this came out of nowhere during this update. So this was an update that somehow there was an increased spawn radius, and it turned out to be very, very life-changing for the rural players and the disabled players. And this kind of brings joy to our happiness that we have all these Pokemon that are spawning all over the place because of Pokestop density in 80 meters that increases the spawn radius to 80 meters. So here's the one thing I wanted to read about. So this has been going viral. His name is JD Lefty Gamer. There was a few people that didn't get the update yet because Android got the update, and then iOS got it sometime yesterday. So, however, confettis have been coming up a lot during the whole spawn increase that happened. But let's give a general sense that some people were saying that you shouldn't say this in front of Niantic, because who knows that what will happen is that they're going to nerf it. Well, here's the problem, and I'm going to tell you right now, is that it did happen. So, Niantic did it the wrong way. Niantic said some trainers may experience an increase to the current interaction radius. This was unintended effect of a bug fix intended to improve the Pokemon encounter experience when your device is experiencing GPS drift. While we're reverting this change, we will take your feedback into consideration as we look to optimize the Pokemon encounter experience in the future. Why? Why would you ever nerf the increased spawn radius in the first place? So here's the thing that I just said in the comments, and pretty much everybody was agreeing with me of why I actually said something to Niantic, and they need to listen. But what I told them in the comments, and I was very serious about this change until things went wrong. So I said, excuse me, since when did you decide to nerf the increased spawn radius to bland spawns? Our feedback was really mind-blowing that the increased spawn radius helps so many online, rural, and disabled players to play Pokemon Go in the comforts of home and catching boost numbers of community days and earning catch badges and spotlight hours to hit their 1K goal catches, their 10K goal catches, and also 1 million catches in the long term of this game. And so Niantic decided to report this as a bug and intended it to nerf the boosted spawns to low spawns. Hello, Niantic. This was a quality change, not to nerf it as a bug and completely ruin accessible lives. And you guys have to listen to us, or else Here's Niantic will continue to rise and bring back what was lost in the first place. So yeah, I stated this because this is what happens when a company doesn't even listen to their players. They just went the opposite direction and hurt people to not go through increased spawns. All they do is just have to go through catching low spawns in their house. How is this affected by players to not do events with community days and spotlight hours, and also going through catch badges? This is the worst decision you can ever make, to nerf down the increased spawn radius. And let's be honest, the increased spawn rate was there to have a purpose of people catching Pokemon and their Stardust, and also it gives the benefit of players to go through their goals and catches and go through their goals for community day, catching shinies and all that. You're just gonna make it too bland and too low on the spawn rate. You do not need to touch them and nerf it down. Like, it's not gonna hurt any players to go through an increased spawn rate. It's giving them the quality of life changes that they have asked for many times. And the way that Niantic is that they just want to keep it low, and they just want to make sure that it's not for the purpose for rural players and disabled. They care about themselves. They care about making money for events, and they care about promotions for the companies, which is Pokemon Company. The thing is, why would you remove something that was removed in the first place? Why would you think it's a bug? It's not a bug. It should not be a bug. It should always stay as permanent for rural players and disabled players to enjoy these increased spawns to go through their goals. And I'm just saying, it's, whenever you remove something, it's just like removing remote raids and nerfing it down to 5. It's so obvious why Niantic does love to nerf things, and then they just go out their way and give out community frustrations. Like, I can't stand this. This is too frustrating. And I just want the game to succeed at their core, to make sure that accessibility is accountable. And if accessibility is not accountable, then Niantic could lose money in the long-term process. This is why companies right now, with their revenue, which there used to be, I would say 34 mil, they're going to be losing this close to here. Around, let's say, oh man, they're going to lose millions if you're dropping this down. Like, you're making players quit Pokemon Go because of this change that happened with the spawn increase into spawn decrease. Not good. Yeah, folks, what do you think about this change? I don't really like how they actually nerfed it down. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this nerf? I think this nerf needs to be not mentioned at all, and just leave it as it is for the increased spawn rates. So let me know down in the comments down below, what do you think of these changes? Do you think this will affect you in the long term, as a rural player? And if you're in the disabled communities, how do you feel about this change? And what do you think Niantic should improve to make it better, to make sure that they'll listen to you guys? So yeah, guys, I hope you understand that I'm making this video to actually not just entertain, but to talk about this and how we feel, and how so heart aching that Niantic keeps breaking things, after breaking remote raids, after breaking increased spawn radiuses, and after breaking all these things that Niantic does, it just hurts the community very, very poorly. In a way, I hope you guys really understand this, and hope we see that if Niantic can do better than this, and to make sure that we hope we can get this increased spawn back, because it is a life-changing feature that will help out disabled players and rural players to catch Pokemon for their goals. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys understand this, and we'll continue more about what's going to be happening in the near future for Niantic and the stance of this game. So let me know. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Go. Laters, bye.